If you have a gout, arthritis, health problems, mental problems, and all of the above, well, you come to the right place. What's going on, folks? Welcome to My Fit Lifestyle. Ray Mariano here, sharing with you the good, the bad, and the ugly of my fitness journey. I'm gonna share with you guys all the exercises, all the healthier options of food, meditation, and all the other tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, because I do have a gout and I've had it for over 10 years now. I'd say I had it in my early 30s. It's been a hassle in my life, you know. It limits my ability to exercise. It limits me from playing with my kids, you know, because it goes on and off. I get it maybe once every other month, I'd say. It's such a painful thing that it makes you feel useless, I'd say. I've been working on a lot of things, trying to get rid of it naturally. I'll try to share with you guys everything that I've been doing. And we're gonna start off this week with the stretches. I feel that as we get older, our joints get a lot stiffer. And the only way to loosen that up is by stretching, putting some heat on that part of the body. You could put some heat pad. That would work too. Just before I work out or any type of physical activity, I try to do my best to do some dynamic stretches. Dynamic is when you make those movements while you're stretching. So understand that I'm now a professional. I'm no doctor. So make sure you consult your doctor every time you do any of these types of exercises or any suggestions I make on this channel. I'm only sharing with you guys what I've learned over the few years, right? With that said, let's get this going. Start off with the neck. Do it nice and slow. You feel it behind your neck, at the bottom. Slowly turn. We'll do about 10 counts, depending on how stiff you are. I'd do more. So let's do these. Slowly make the circles bigger. You do about 20 seconds of this, 20 of these. Make sure that your back, your shoulders are relaxed when you do this, all right? Do the opposite direction. Slowly get it bigger. Oh, yes. You can feel that on my shoulder. I did a little bit of workout push-ups today, so it's gonna be a little stiff, kind of hurts. Now your elbows. Every time you do any of these exercises, make sure you do both directions, just to even everything out, right? And if it's not feeling that good for you, slow it down, do it nice and slow. Maybe do more repetitions, right? Just to loosen it up even more. Do the other way. your wrist. The other way around. Now let's do your knees. Now for me, these are so important because my knees are super no good. Now if you could, do at least 3 sets of these. Now we're gonna do our ankles, and if you have to, hold on to the wall, all right? It would be so much better if you don't hold on to the wall, just because at the same time you're balancing with your other feet, right? So. Now we're gonna try to do this with your hips. You go as low as you can. If you can't do this, then I suggest, you start off like a little pretty high, right? Especially for older folks. If you have to, get a chair. A solid chair that doesn't rock like this would be your best friend. Maybe even a table would work, right? So basically you hold on to it with one hand and then you just touch the ground. And just keep pounding just a little bit, slowly, touching the ground. All you're doing is making sure your feet's straight, stretching your buttocks here or the back of your thigh, basically, right? Now don't go down as too hard, too fast. Do it with control. Now we go to one leg. Now the other leg. Try to straighten up, make sure it's straight. Just go as far as you can. One option for this is get a chair, a seat, preferably lower. Straighten up your feet. All right, and just bend. Making sure that this feet, the leg here is straight, all right? And eventually, of course, you're gonna have to force it a little bit, right? To push yourself just a tiny bit every single time you do it. Reach out and actually touch your toes. That way, every time you do it, you progress just a little bit, right? You pull that muscle, not pull it to get hurt, but I mean like stretch it. Stretch your muscle to loosen up. Cross your legs and just try to, as much as possible, bend lower. You should feel it on your hips, possibly on your knees. Even better if you could put your hands through your legs in between and touch your other feet, right? Or even on the side. I think that's even better. Try to touch the floor. Now our hips are so important to stretch because this thing carries everything, right? Your knee, your calves, your thigh, all those areas, we need to really work on them because your legs carry your whole body. I think that's something really we gotta focus on all the time. See, my right leg is so much stiffer than my left. See how high that is? So this kind of stretches, I do a static one as well, and I do that one much longer. Yeah, for the dynamic, you just basically hold on to it, right, and just stretch down. And I try to use my elbow and push it down. Make sure I feel it on my hip and my knee. That's how stiff I am, you know. For these ones, I feel like when you do static stretches, I make sure that I do it and hold it there for at least 50 to 60 seconds. You'll notice a difference. I feel like if you hold it only for 20, 30 seconds, you're not stretching it enough, right? So let's work on that. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are the stretches I do just before I work out. Those are the basic ones I usually use just before I go work out or go for a run. You could also check out the video on my static stretches just in case, you know, if it's something that you're interested in, right? I feel like the static ones is just to make sure after a run you didn't pull anything, right? It loosens it up even more. I'm just saying. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.